welcome to everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for live streaming. Thank you for the support. A couple people individually need thanks as well. So thank you to AIM for allowing us to have this symposium at MGH. We feel so lucky to be one of the chosen institutions. And these symposiums, as you know, you've probably seen them, you've seen the videos online. They're incredible resources for patients. And so we feel so lucky to be able to give one of these here at MGH. Thank you to Carol White. She is in the back there. Can you wave, Carol? Carol has helped us enormously in putting this all together and making every single detail perfect. So we would never have been able to do this without Carol. And thank you to all of the speakers today. So as you can see, we have a really unique agenda. And all of the speakers are going to bring something hopefully that you guys have not been exposed to in the past. And we just feel so grateful that they're all coming here to talk today. So I decided to not do scientific updates. And instead, I just want to spend a couple minutes talking about a book that is about to be published. It's actually in print. I brought one copy of it. And it's going to be available on Amazon within the next month. Okay, so you can check Amazon. But this is an incredible book that is written for anybody who has been exposed to immunotherapy, whether you are a patient or a caregiver. You will find really incredible, helpful information in this book. Every one of the chapters is written by a leader in the field, some of which actually you have seen as patients, you've seen them as your doctor. And we tried to integrate presenting scientific material in a very understandable way for patients and talking about the tolerability, the side effects of immunotherapy, the psychosocial aspects of it, and answering any questions that you may have. As we all know, it's impossible for us as caregivers and as doctors to present everything you need to know about immunotherapy on that first visit. And so this is going to be a really helpful resource for all patients that are going through immunotherapy. So every chapter in the book, like I said, is written by a leader in the field. This one is written by Ryan Sullivan, who's going to speak after me, and one of our other colleagues, David Qualls. And so every chapter, it has a layout of trying to answer questions that we thought, by the way, Lady Lubidi is also one of the co-authors. She's sitting right there. Carrie Reynolds is the leader of our severe immunotherapy complications. She's one of the authors. And Ted Stern has written all of the books in this Facing series that's available on Amazon. So every chapter, like I said, it kind of tries to answer questions that you might have had when you first presented. And it also goes into differences between immunotherapies and other therapies that exist for the treatment of melanoma. So what is immunotherapy is the first chapter. Second chapter starts talking about the signs, symptoms, and complications of immunotherapy. There is a chapter on side effects. There's a chapter on on infusion reactions, a GI chapter, a musculoskeletal, neurologic. So it goes through every single organ system with specialists talking about each of those organ systems. So I thought what I would do today is just read a small excerpt from the preface of the book, because it's a really good description of what we as the authors were trying to convey to patients. And then I'm going to let all of these amazing speakers take it away. So this is from the beginning of the book. Hearing the words, "You have cancer," can change life in an instant. In the initial visit, your doctor, along with all of the oncology team members, will explain the next steps in the plan. You will try to process the words, but you may find it challenging. You know you should be listening, but your thoughts are elsewhere, the fear and worry coursing through your system. And then you hear the word immunotherapy, triggering a recollection of something you read in a magazine or heard on television about a treatment that offers hope. Yes, there is hope. For those of us in the medical field, this is an exciting time in oncology care because we now have new therapies to offer our patients, therapies that have the potential to effectively battle cancer, extending life, and sometimes even sending the cancer into remission. These therapies harness and enhance the functionality of your own immune system to recognize and combat cancer cells. These therapies, however, can have side effects that differ from those occurring with traditional chemotherapies. Digest. After reading this book and referring to the terms italicized in the text and defined in the glossary, you will have the language you need when talking to your team. We hope this is a resource and helpful to you and your friends and family as you face the journey ahead. Never give up hope. We are with you, working every day to tame the beast we call cancer, finding the best treatment options and mitigating any side effects, with the sole goal of returning you to a healthy future. So again, we'll be available on Amazon. Feel like a promotional agent. And I'm going to leave this copy at the table out there, so during the break you can flip through it. And without further ado, hopefully the rest of this conference will be really exciting for you. And basically, you know, when Ryan and I were sort of planning this, we really wanted to answer a lot of the questions that you all have been coming to us with. Questions about clinical trials, questions about how to talk to your family about cancer, how to talk to your children. Is there a special diet that you should follow? Are there exercises you should be doing? Are there complementary medicine options for you that would help you? Patients always ask us, like, what should we be doing with our skincare? Should we be how often should we be seeing the dermatologist? What should we be looking for? So hopefully this is going to answer so many questions. And I know the speakers will be available for questions in between and at the end and via email as well. So I really hope you enjoy this.